Breaking news! After months of writing, working, and editing, Season 1 of For Real has come to an end, but many questions are still unanswered. Will there be a Season 2? Where was Faith in the last episode? And why was The Little Mermaid ranked so low? Why? The answer to these and more questions will be answered in today's episode of For Real. Welcome back to another exciting episode of For Real. Not only is this our season finale, but we will finally figure out once and for all which Disney princess has what it takes to be the ultimate survivor in a zombie apocalypse. Now, since this is the season finale, I figured why not we end the way we started. So joining us today via her voice, our host for today is Faith. So why don't we finish strong and find out once and for all which Disney princess has what it takes to be the ultimate survivor in a zombie apocalypse.
Pocahontas is very in tune with nature and can easily navigate in the wilderness. Aside from being one with nature, Pocahontas would be able to forage for food and travel without the fear of others attacking her.
Going alongside the theme of nature, Pocahontas has animal sidekicks that help her throughout her journey. Pocahontas receives aid from Meeko the raccoon, Flit the hummingbird, Percy the pug, and Grandmother Willow. Although all loyal to Pocahontas, let's be real, in the long run, small animals in a tree are not much help.
As we come to learn from the movie, Pocahontas wants to see the good in people and prefers peace over war. Although we love the pacifist message the character portrays, her survivability to stand off against other individuals is strongly questioned.
As much as we support the values and strength of Pocahontas, looking at the facts, if she were to charge against zombies, her chances of survival are not as great as we'd hope. We now come to one of my favorite princesses, Mulan. Although Mulan has to learn to fight like a warrior, she is able to learn quickly from her trainings. She also knows how to ride a horse, which always comes in handy.
As we see from the movie, Mulan is entrusted with a spirit guardian in the form of Mushu. She also has her lucky cricket, Creaky, and her horse, Khan. Aside from her animal companions, Mulan can count in the helps of Li Shang, Yao, Chim Po, and Ling.
Mulan, under pressure, is able to take down half of Shan Yu's army with an explosion. She is also able to stand up to Shan Yu and take him down in order to save China. Without a doubt, Mulan can easily stand up for herself and stand against any challenge.
With a score of 13 out of 15, Mulan is able to take the crown from Jasmine, but there are still 4 more contenders to look at. I'll be the first to say that Princess and the Frog is very underrated, but is Tiana a strong enough contender to go against Mulan? From what we see in the movies, she can cook from what she forages in nature and isn't afraid to back down from a challenge, including enemies from the other side.
Tiana, although wanting to be independent and do things herself, she is still accompanied by her sidekicks throughout the film. Tiana's sidekicks are Louis the Alligator, Ray the Firefly, and Prince Naveen. She is also aided by the Witch of Voodoo, Mama Odie, who is really only there for moral support.
Even as a frog, Tiana is able to face off against shadow monsters and a master of the dark voodoo magic. Her fearlessness and ambition makes her a strong warrior who won't back down from anything she has to face. At times, she puts emotions aside for what's best for her, and that comes in handy when trying to make decisions.
Even with a high score of 11 out of 15, Tiana is still not able to dethrone Mulan, but she still proves to be a worthy contender. Next on our list, we have Rapunzel from Tangled. Rapunzel is at a major disadvantage as she was kidnapped and locked up by Mother Gothel. Just like Aurora before her, Rapunzel only knows to do things indoors, leaving her incapable at surviving in the outside world, as she doesn't have any true survival skills.
Rapunzel on her own might seem to project a zero chance of survival, but she is lucky to be accompanied by a few strong allies. Aside from the obvious aid of Flynn Rider, Rapunzel is also aided by Pascal and Maximus, as well as some bandits that help her when she needs it the most.
As mentioned before, Rapunzel was locked up in a tower for the majority of her life. She is unaware of the world outside the tower, and thus comes across as naive when faced with true danger. Her curiosity at times can get the best of her, and place her and her companions in a dangerous situation.
Rapunzel is a strong character, but her upbringing unfortunately prevents her from actually standing as a strong survivor. Even with the strong attitude she has, she doesn't stand a chance against Mulan. Now switching up studios, our next contender is the only Pixar princess, Merida. By far, Merida is the only princess to have proper battle training. She is skilled primarily in archery, a good form of attack and self-defense, as well as riding horses, and truly knowing her surroundings.
As much as Merida may be prepared with her skills, her independence sets her back when discussing companions. Merida has her trusted horse Angus, her 3 mischievous brothers, and her father Fergus. However, from what we see in the film, Merida likes to be more independent.
Merida faced off against a giant bear and came out victorious. She is brave, no pun intended. She will fight for what she believes in. She would go against a horde of zombies without batting an eye. Her knowledge of nature and use of the bow makes her a strong contender to survive. Merida unfortunately comes shy of taking the crown away from Mulan.
We have come to the last contender. Will Moana be able to dethrone Mulan? She learns to take care of her tribe as well as nature from an early age. Moana is warned to never go into the water, so when she finally goes into the water, Moana literally goes into uncharted territory.
Moana is lucky to have 2 strong, powerful companions to aid her through her journey. Maui is a demigod who can shapeshift and can harness his power through his magical hook. He also teaches her to be a wayfinder and sail the ocean. Moana also has her grandmother as a spiritual guide when things don't go as planned. Moana goes through a life-changing journey. Not only does she become a stronger individual, but she's able to help out a god turn into a completely different person. She overcomes her fears as well as take on different sea monsters and ultimately makes it out alive.
Even with a score of 10 out of 15, Moana isn't able to take on Mulan, falling short of taking the crown as the ultimate survivor.
And with that, Mulan becomes our #1 princess survivor. Clearly, her training and her skills, as well as fighting enemies on a larger scale and one-on-one, prove that Mulan has what it takes to be the ultimate survivor in a zombie apocalypse. Before we close out, I wanted to say thanks to all the supporters, all the people who have subscribed to our channel. Creating Canal 2 and for real has been one of my goals as I finish college. And now we're here wrapping up season 1 as best as we can with all the craziness going around this world. I just wanted to give an outlet for entertainment for people to watch and do at home while they're going through all of this. So thank you for everyone who supported. Have a great summer and stay tuned for season 2 of For Real.